I agree.
But yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about your background in entrepreneurship? Because I've heard multiple stories, but I don't know if I've ever heard of like a chronological. Because like I know you've started multiple businesses from an early age and had like lots of success too. So
Yeah.
and you're still at it now.
Still going. So okay, I would say 15 going on 16 is when the bulb went off that starting a business or going down an entrepreneur route was going to give me the financial payout that I wanted to have in life in order to have the freedom that I needed to have. So I actually already had that foresight early on. And I think what showed me that, weirdly enough, or not weirdly enough, obviously enough, was like movies. Movies painting the picture of like successful entrepreneurs. I think we underestimate how powerful those images are, especially when you're a kid.
Yeah, weird. I have something to add on to that when you're done.
I mean, don't add it right now because.
So just a little side note. Like, what's funny is I'm a very non-violent person. Like, I don't believe in like violence. I think I get it. I mean, I get like humans need to compete and like
you just don't partake.
I just me personally, like I would much rather just not fight. It's like it's not that interesting to me. But anyway, so that being said, I'm a super nonviolent person. Some of my favorite movies and the movies I find the most inspirational to me personally that like inspire me to get up and like start an organization to like change the world are like movies like Blow or like Scarface or series like Narcos.
This is some gangster ass shit.
Where it's like Narcos. I've watched both Narcos and Narcos Mexico multiple times. Because Pablo Escobar is like and Felix.
Well, it's a good segue because the first business I started is right along the side of those types of businesses, kind of.
Well, nightlife. I
mean, let me explain.
You're not selling cocaine.
Let me explain. Let me explain. To a religious parent household, I'm basically going in that direction.
Yeah, word.
And for the record, that's actually how it was framed to me by my parents.
That's hilarious. Let me add that I'm inspired by that stuff, but like not the cocaine and not the drugs and murdering part, more just the whole building your empire. But anyway,
it's dope. Yeah. So
your
I was not moving kilos across the borders. That was not what I was doing.
But according to your parents, it's the same thing.
It's the equivalent.
Yeah,
it's equivalent.
My parents, my mom kind of like had that.
Yeah, and so just as a little quick background, right before I'm about to tell you the business at which my parents basically thought I was selling my soul to the devil. Right before that, we're talking like 6 months, maybe a year before, so like right around 15. I started really trying to look for ways to make a lot of money fast because I had my first taste on jobs, and that sucked really bad. I was well aware that if this is how things are gonna go, this is just not doable. I started going to like affiliate marketing, and so I started looking into some stuff. I had a lot of people approaching me because they felt affiliate marketers are told to look out for other people who have certain qualities, even if they're not already entrepreneurs, but you can mold them into the type of people that you want them.
Affiliate, like network marketing?
Network marketing.
Okay.
It's affiliate marketing, but it's network marketing.
Yeah,
network marketing at the time, but in literally sense.
Marketing.
Exactly. Multi-level marketing, correct. And to be more specific, I started off with a company called Monavi, which is a drink bottle company. So it looks like a wine bottle, but it's made out of acai fruit, which is a super fruit that you find in the Amazon in Brazil. And long story short, this stuff's supposed to be like a crazy juice for you. It was like $33 a bottle.
Yeah, I remember.
You had some?
I think I can't remember where I got some. Wait, did I sign up for Monavi? Oh,
You might have, yo. You might have.
I might have gotten hooked in.
Yeah.
I did, join a couple network marketing companies briefly. And
Yeah.
I'm not a pushy salesperson at all, so it's kind of hard for me.
So your boy was hungry. I mean, I was going in there and I was setting up meetings on a daily with like 5 or 6 other kids / teenagers that I would just gather up. Yeah. And then at one point it evolved to like bigger meetings, but I realized it was quite unsustainable because I would be really good at getting everybody really excited and ready to do it. 1 or 2 days would go by, and then everybody would go back to their like regular stationary place. Like, I don't really know. And so I realized, I was like, this is bullshit. Like, I know I can do the job, but everybody I keep bringing in is not really there. So then I was like, all right, we need to do something a little more sustainable in regards of, supply and demand. I had realized that there's a bunch of events that my friends were trying to go to in high school in Seattle, dance parties. And for anybody who knows this, long story short, if you're an underage kid, you cannot go to clubs. If there's any professional event that's anything remotely to a club, kids are about to be there. And so I realized we didn't have that on the east side. And I decided to start a company where me and another business partner put the events together. We marketed them, and we had DJs, security, the whole 9 yards. And we threw events all around the east side, including Seattle. Ranging from 500 to like 1,500 kids per event. And the crazy part about that, to kind of wrap things up with the whole parents thinking that was me basically selling myself, my soul to the devil, was the fact that in this case, I was providing a nightlife entertainment environment for kids to sin, I guess. Was their words.
And your parents, you were born in Kenya because your parents were missionaries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so they're religious.
When you were telling me before, when they, you kind of got a pushback and you had to stop selling your stuff, I was like, I got that same pushback because my parents had found out through another set of parents who had dropped off their kids at my event. And so they basically were like, oh yeah, nice to see your son. We dropped him off their event. And they're like, huh? And then there was that. There was another couple other circumstances, and then they pulled me aside, and I explained them what's going on. They basically told them that I was doing these sinful things, and said if I didn't stop, I was not gonna get my sports paid for and basic entertainment. And at the end at that time, I was playing for a premier soccer team, so we did a lot of traveling, so it was quite a bit of money. Yeah. Anyways, I told them I was gonna stop, and then kept going.
No, yeah, right.
Yeah. So for a whole nother year, I told them I was done. Don't worry about it. I just kept throwing the events on the back end.
That's hilarious.
At the end of senior year, I decided to tell my dad that I had kept doing it because the company had gotten so big. We had like hosted like the grand opening for the Swedish hospital opening on the Highlands.
Oh wow!
That like huge ass like 5,000 person grand opening, multi-billion-dollar infrastructure. So we were doing events up to that level. Obviously, we started with teenage events, high school base, and it moved all the way up to like we were running the events for some of the biggest companies out there.
Hey, that's dope.
And so we did stuff like we got featured on PBS with like a kids channel. I don't know if you're familiar with it. PBS.
Of course, public broadcast. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And so there's a feature of our company, me and the business partner, on that channel.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
dope.
see if I can find it, and
I'll
put like a little video on it. Yeah. But anyways, that was the beginning, and I gotta say this. I don't want to take the mic for too long, but there's been several times in the last couple of years where I'm on some of these new ventures that I can talk about later in the episode. But I've thought about the type of success that I experienced at the pace that I experienced it at 16. And it was all very fast, meaning the idea came up, 2 months later, first event, already made profit.
Right.
And so I was thinking about that. I was like, what was the difference between me going at it back then as a goddamn 16-year-old and me now as a 29-year-old? And I was like, yo, back then I had zero fear on any level. Like even on the dumbest level, like you're clearly not going to land that job or you're not going to get this loan or whatever. I would still go for it with 100% serious face. Like, it's not going to phase me.
Nothing to lose. Yeah.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, we're in.
And so I realized I was having meetings with like brain surgeons at like 16, asking them for like $30,000 so I can invest into a bigger event that was going to make $150,000. And so at that age, I was already absolutely relentless. And so I got to say, you know, when it comes down to having an idea, I don't care what age you're at. If you go for it, you will be surprised more so than not. Your story might not play out the way mine did in regards of like in high school, actually like making a little bit. I mean, long story short, the taste that I got from making that much money that quickly in all cash as a kid was unreal. Yeah, because I 6 months ago, I was gonna have to wake up and go to push carts around in Fred Meyer parking lot. And then now I just made like $3,000 in a weekend, all cash stuffed in a shoebox.
We're in.
You know what I'm saying? Shit changes at that point as a kid. And I was like, whoa, dude, like, and then you wake up on a Sunday because, you know, the events will be on Saturday. And you'd be like, well, what do you want to do today? Like, whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, we're in. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel right now.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever the fuck you want. And so, I have to say, the whole entrepreneur vibe of selling that lifestyle, that idea, has gotten a little bit overboard in the last couple of years, especially online. Selling that idea that you can just do whatever, whenever, always be on the beach with a hot chick, and you know, all these ridiculous circumstances that, like, sure, you could have that if you really want to work towards it, but if your life doesn't play out exactly that way, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like a lot of that stuff. I mean, it's kind of like the, you know, get rich quick, or like, you know, get ripped in 7 minutes a day. You know, it's like
7-minute abs
with anything, but definitely with entrepreneurship, it's going to mean a shit ton of work. Like, you, as a business owner, like, you have to work your butt off. Like,
you really do. All right, thanks for watching this clip from Appropriate Culture. If you want to watch the full episode, go ahead and check out us at appropriateculture.com. You can also check us out on social media platforms at Appropriate Culture. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.